Beyonce used to charge her parents' friends $5 to watch her perform as a child. And I'm like, man, she's had that queen bee mentality since the get-go, right?
Get it.
And that's how I think my nieces and nephews are today. They're like, oh, you need help with something? Are you going to pay me?
Oh my gosh. Well, good on them. I mean, I feel like I don't even have that gumption at this age, so.
No, me neither. I'm like, can I come film and edit your story for free?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I need to get on.
Like, can you maybe pay me the money that you owe me for that thing 6 months ago? If you get around to it.
I just, no pressure.
Yeah, no pressure. But like, if you get around to paying me what I'm owed, that'd be cool. Thanks.
That would be great. This is Talks and Sips. She sang it. Scene 1, take 1. Welcome to Talks and Sips, where fun is the best chaser. I am your host with the most, Jayfoxx, and I will be serving you, yes, you guys, some fun facts that'll keep you vibing at boring parties. Grab your fave bevy sexies, yes, you, and get ready to hear some new informationally funny 411 on today's show. Psst, psst, guess. Small talk me.
Small talk you?
Yeah, small talk me. Yeah,
okay, what do you want to small talk about?
Just whatever you would say at a small talking event, like a party.
Oh, wow. This weather has been hot, right? I tell you, it's just been such hot weather.
Wow, that's great. Oh,
yeah.
That weather is great. That's cool. But did you know that Lauryn Hill is the only woman in hip hop who has won the Grammy for Album of the Year?
Wow, that's actually kind of sad.
Isn't that crazy?
Really bums me out, honestly.
For her, and this is an album called The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Yeah. Okay, this fact is killing me softly. We need to change the statistic, okay?
I mean, I'll never change it because I don't do hip hop. Well, I haven't done it yet, but hey. I could change courses, be number 2.
Right? Okay. Do you want to like acapella this with me? Guess? I figured this is perfect because that statistic is really, really depressing. And
yeah, it's not great.
I hope that more women can have this record, not just Lauryn Hill. So I was like, oh, this is perfect because it's her doo-wop song, right? It's like, guys, you know you better watch out. Some girls are only about that thing winning, getting Grammys, that thing glowing and being queen. You did so good considering that I just threw that at you right now. Woo! Oh, if you couldn't tell, guys, we have a singer in the house. Like a real one. I just do fun parody shit, but she's the real deal.
I'm like a professional, like what I do.
That's what I do. Okay, well, I like to introduce my guests with a jingle. I always think of them. I always go through their social medias and stalk, and I go all the way to the bottom. I'm like,
do you really?
Well, if I'm going to write the jingle, because I don't want to just like be like my guest name and what they do. Yeah. So I was like, ooh, I want to make it kind of fun to them and cater to them. So yeah, here we go, guys. Without further ado, a jingle. Da, 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 da. And I am sitting, it's not morning. Kelly Rogers crossed the table. I am waiting, hoping, praying that she'll sing for the pod. Sweet tunes for you to bounce all while in your cars. She's got 2 kitty cats and produced all her songs. She did all the jobs, guys. Kelly Rogers is a star, yeah. Make sure to tell all in case you forgot.
Oh my God. I love it.
Okay, it's your turn now.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Who are you? Let the world know.
I thought you meant to write a jingle. I was like, hello, everyone. My name's Kelly Rogers. I'm a singer, songwriter, and now female producer. Yes, I have a new EP out right now called Penthouse that you can stream anywhere. Music is available for streaming.
Anywhere. Oh, I don't have Spotify.
Too bad. It's on YouTube Music, man.
Boom. No excuses. All right. So, I'm really excited because I think you were like, I did the whole thing. You're like, and I think you said something, and it's in one of I listened to your EP, by the way.
Thank you.
Oh, I love it. And there was a song that I really, really like, which we'll get to. And there's a line that you say in the song where you're like, oh, I got tired of waiting.
Yeah.
And so I feel like that was just kind of like your mantra in making this. You're like, I'm done waiting for people to, like.
Yeah, that was exactly it because, if you're a musician or if you're not, or if you've just ever produced anything, okay, so what I was doing before is I'd write a song and then I'd get all my musicians and I'd go into the studio, and then everything is exorbitantly expensive, right? Musicians cost money, the studio costs money, the engineer costs money, the producer, and then once you send your music out, you know this, but listeners may not, it gets mixed and mastered. It can be thousands of dollars to do a single song, like on a budget. Right?
And we're all doing creative things. And I think that's what the beauty of like having spaces like this is. And I feel like you went through the process of learning how to produce everything, and you said, okay, I may not have those billions of dollars, but this isn't going to be a hindrance. It's not going to stop me.
Totally, because I got tired of reaching a point in a project but not being able to finish it. And I was like, okay, maybe if I can scrape by one song, but then like when am I going to have enough money to do another song? Because, you know, I didn't have a label or anything like that. So I just decided I'm going to learn from the ground up to do all of the parts from conception to finishing myself. And I did it, and I feel pretty proud. Is it perfect? No, but I did it.
You did it. And I love to preach that here, because I've had different people come in now. Like I've had makers and surfers. There's like writers. I've, you know, I think we have a tattoo artist. We have this girl who started skating, which I think she comes out later this month, but and she didn't know how to skate, and now she's getting like, or she picked it up during the pandemic, like really picked it up, and still keeping her job and everything. But now she's getting paid to skate. Like
skateboard. I mean, anything on wheels to me is super impressive. That to me is more impressive than impressive than making a song. But, because I can't do anything on wheels, but
we got to change that.
Oh right, because you skate.
Yeah,
you're a big skater.
I fell the other day.
Oh
yeah, it's okay. I'm okay. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, so this is a segment, the portion of the show where I bring out quick facts, and I do it because there's things that I don't know about your world, so I want to be prepared to be part of your world. Like Ariel says, part of your world.
Yeah. Be part of my world, please.
So here, I'm going to turn this guy here so you can kind of see. Here's some just funnies, okay? Because also this is really important. We have to keep it funny. Apparently, when Missy Elliott had to do Work It, the music video, the director was accidentally getting her drunk because he would refill her glass with wine instead of water.
I call hard mulligans on that. That makes no sense.
I'm like, okay, Jesus Christ, you accidentally put wine in her glass instead of water?
There's no wine that's the color of water. So like, I believe that he put wine in her glass, but like, I feel like that's what you say in PR afterwards. Like, I thought it was water. I didn't even know. You just replaced it with wine.
Whoa. And so that's what she's like, work it, better work it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, here's another fun little fact, okay? So because fans wanted to look at pictures of Jennifer Lopez in her iconic Versace dress from the 2000 Grammys, Google Images was invented. So you can say Jenny from the Block actually invented Google Images.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Dang. Do you know she is not the first one to wear that dress? No. Ginger Spice wore it first.
What?
Didn't look as good. I mean, sorry.
Sorry.
It just is what it is. I mean, I'm looking at the picture of J-Lo right now. I get it. I'd Google it. I mean, like, what are you going to do? You saw it once on TV and you're just supposed to not see it again? There's got to be more ways to see J-Lo in her dress.
So then Google was like, say less, man. And that's, where that came from.
Well, thank you, J-Lo. We owe you.
Right? And so that's what I was thinking. I was like, I know this isn't exactly music related, but, as women who create pretty things, and we are, pretty things ourselves.
I mean, I'm just saying.
You got to give Jenny from the Block the cred. But even... the original reason Google Images was created was it wasn't for music reasons. It was really for horny bros. Like, let's be real. You're welcome, internet.
Actually, I don't know. I might argue like a big part of people looking at J-Lo were probably women, honestly.
Yeah, that's true. I'm going to say half and half.
So you know what? We're going to continue thinking women. Thanks goes away, dude. Sorry.
Right? Because it's so funny because I was looking this up, and this morning I, get on my phone, and my phone's like, look at all these Versace dresses. And I'm like...
It knows what you've been doodling.
All right, here's the next one. Apparently, Adele and Jessie J went to the same performing arts high school, and they used to sing together during lunch. That's so cute.
It must have been so loud, like in a good way, but dang, they
She's
felt.
Got about it. And then Adele comes in, like, right? Yes, thank you.
Honestly, the Brits slay. They just train for the arts in a different way than we do, and they come over here and they just dominate.
You can't
even be mad at it.
Freaking Dua Lipa.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so here's the next one that I figured out, and it's Whitney Houston's The Bodyguard soundtrack is the best-selling soundtrack album of all time. And so I was looking at the song list, and it's like, I Will Always Love You, I Have Nothing, I'm Every Woman, and that's just the top 3 songs.
Yeah, it's wild.
I get it. This makes sense.
I have a shameful confession. I've actually never seen The Bodyguard.
Really?
Yeah.
That's okay. There's a lot of movies that I haven't seen either, and that's embarrassing, but maybe it's a classic. You should put it in your calendar, like tonight at
tonight.
8.
Okay, so one of my favorite live performances in history ever is Whitney Houston, 1993 at the Billboard Music Awards, singing "I Have Nothing." If you haven't YouTubed it out there at home, YouTube it. It's one of my favorite live performances that ever exists. It's so proud. She's got an orchestra and she's just owning it, and it's so effortless. Everything she
Realization mid-recording.
was so effortless. Or her singing the national anthem, and I want to say 1991. She's sweating, but she's just smiling, just hitting these notes. Just so easy, just like whatever. You don't even feel badly comparing yourself to her because there's no comparison.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you know what? There was a song that I think Dua Lipa covered, and a buddy of mine was like, don't you ever repost this bullshit. Like, he was so triggered. He was like, no. And I was like, oh my gosh. But I will say this, you kind of have a little bit of that, of her vocal tone, or at least that little bit of range there. Maybe, I wouldn't say no one can get as high as she can get or for as long, but you definitely have a beautiful, like, soulful sound the way she does.
Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, for me, it's her and Aretha Franklin where I'm like, I just don't touch them because it's...
You're like, I don't want that on me.
It's not going to be better, and it doesn't need to be changed. So I'm just like, all right.
We'll keep it for the karaoke folks. They can have it.
Yeah.
Y'all can try.
Yeah. I always get asked in karaoke to sing Whitney Houston. I'm like, it's not going to be what you think it is. Like, it's not going to turn out.
I love that, though. I love that people, that's such a compliment, though. I love that people are like, hey, can you?
I will definitely take it as a compliment for sure. Any comparison to her stage persona, I'll take the comparison.
Okay, here's this wild picture of Beyonce when she was a teeny kiddo.
She looks just like her kid.
Isn't it crazy?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And so I love this because Beyonce used to charge her parents' friends $5 to watch her perform as a child. And I'm like, man, she's had that queen bee mentality since the get-go.
Get it.
Right?
Get it.
She's like, and that's how I think my nieces and nephews are today. They're like, oh, you need help with something? Are you going to pay me?
Oh my gosh. Well, good on them. I mean, I feel like I don't even have that gumption at this age, so.
No, me neither. I'm like, can I come film and edit your story for free?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I need to get on.
Like, can you maybe pay me the money that you owe me for that thing 6 months ago? If you get around to it.
No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure. But like, if you get around to paying me what I'm owed, that'd be cool. Thanks.
That would be great. Okay, so here's another really good one. Cher is the first artist to record a song using autotune. Apparently, for her 1998 hit, Believe.
Not till 1998?
Yeah.
I believe you, but that's hard for me to believe. But I can't think of an example to prove it wrong.
Right. I do like to say that she paved the way for T-Pain, will.i.am, and Post Malone. Oh, you welcome.
They better have thanked Cher in their award speeches.
For real. If it wasn't for Cher. Which, did you know, like, T-Pain can actually sing really beautiful.
Yeah, didn't he win the Masked Singer?
Yeah! Oh my God. So that's what I was going to tell you. And actually, I want to play it for everybody. We can, like, watch it together. Okay. I just like how everyone is so hyped. Like, so obnoxious. But this is so wholesome.
It's so wholesome. And this was season 1, right? He won the very first season.
Mm-hmm.
And just T-Pain.
So obviously it's just a bunch of craziness, but I think he starts singing right here and I'm like blown away. In his little monster outfit.
So then I'm so interested to know, why did he make the choice to... Killing it.
In his monster suit.
Why did he make the choice to autotune? I mean, I guess it was stylistic. It worked for him.
It worked for, but dude, he has some pipes on him.
Yeah.
And so I was like, imposter syndrome? Maybe? Like,
I wonder if it's that, or if he just decided, like, I wonder if it made him sad, like, I'm just going to make the sacrifice to make the song and put in. Or I feel like he's into it. I don't think it bums him out.
Yeah. Well, I think just like Johnny Depp, right? Johnny Depp's like, I've always wanted to do music, but then Nicolas Cage got me into acting, and then I was doing acting, and then I became an actor, but I always loved music. And so then he finally was able to form a band and like just chill out on the whole acting thing.
I feel like there's a lot of actors like that who I have no sympathy for. Like, oh, you poor thing. Like, you want to do one type of art and you just got sucked into being amazing at another type of art.
Yeah, my friend Danny, she would be like, if you ever become a director, Jessica, and you come complaining to me about some bullshit project that you think is not up to your standard, I'm gonna fight you because you are directing a movie, ho. I was like, I'm sorry. Alicia Keys, when she played her iconic jazz, when she played the two pianos at the Grammy, apparently this was kind of like tribute to Hazel Scott. And this is a photo of Hazel Scott.
Have you seen Hazel Scott play two pianos?
I have not.
It is nuts. It's insane. Like, I didn't actually see Alicia Keys do whatever she did at the Grammys.
Yeah.
Oops, hit the mic.
Sorry.
But I'll be willing to guess it was nowhere near what Hazel Scott was doing. The thing she's doing on one piano shouldn't be possible, and she's doing it on two, and she like turns around, she's like, it's wild.
Let's play a clip.
No, but Hazel Scott's absolutely nuts. But it's cool that she did the homage. But I stumbled upon Hazel Scott on Instagram, on one of those channels, just like old jazz stuff. And I was like, wow, okay. Kind of like Whitney Houston thing. It's just something, as I play piano, okay. Don't even compare myself to this because we're not doing the same thing. It's not the same world.
I took a piano class once. Yeah. I got a C+. So that is mind baffling. Okay, so your EP Penthouse. Talk to me, baby. And like I said, my favorite song on here is "Miss You Now."
Oh, thank you.
You have a line in there, like I said earlier. It's like I'm getting tired of all this waiting, and I feel like this was, like I said, the motto. Yeah, how do we start this?
So basically, it all started, my husband, I love jazz. Jazz is my lady. Like, it's my thing. But my husband suggested, like, I think you need to write something, like, fun.
And you're like, jazz is fun? What the fuck?
Yeah. So he gave me a prompt. I like to ask people for prompts, like a word, and then I'll write a song about it. So Penthouse was based off the prompt Sweet Dreams. So the song is all about the fantasy of like rising to next stop is the top.
Yeah.
Catch the view from the penthouse, rising to the top and living that fantasy of just living your absolute best life. The second song is called Ballroom because a friend told me to write a song called Ballroom.
Oh, I love it.
And the premise is let's turn this bedroom into a ballroom. So it's super cute and fun.
Oh.
And then Miss You Now is actually a song for my friend who moved away, and we used to go out disco dancing together. I don't have her with me anymore. So it's all about, it's my little quarantine pandemic song.
Yeah.
When you listen to it, viewers, you'll hear that it's about, missing the band, missing the music, and just wanting to go out, dancing, and being tired of all the waiting of not being able to do that.
Right.
The last track is called Sun on My Tan, and my friend told me to write a song about being in nature. And instead, I accidentally wrote a song about the intense anxiety of being alive mixed with the intense desire to party. Like nihilism meets hope.
Dude, oh my God, you're speaking like to everyone's lives right now.
Yeah, I don't know if that totally comes through to everyone, but when you listen to it, if you've listened to it and want to listen to it again with those lenses on,
there you go. So how do you even start this? Like everyone is passionate about something, and you're passionate about your art. Like what inspired you?
So I've been writing songs for years, and I've been writing them a cappella, and then this was my first foray into electronic music, which meant I had to learn how to make electronic music. So I actually just went to the school of YouTube, and I'll give her a shout out. There's a YouTuber named Lena, LNA, does audio stuff. I sat down and I spent hours and hours and hours, and I took notes, and then I printed up my notes. So I bought Ableton as the program I used, and then it was a really interesting process for me because I've written songs acoustically and try to transfer them. But some of the songs in the EP now have no acoustic versions because they only live in an electronic world, which was a new way to think of things for me. And fun because instead of thinking about building a song through like chords, it'd be like, well, what's the beat? And then what's the melody? And you just put filler. But so backtracking, the process for me was picking the recording software and then spending hours and hours on YouTube and just troubleshooting like step by step by step by step.
Oh my gosh.
And then kind of stalking a few YouTubers because if I had direct questions, I would like leave a comment. If they didn't answer, I'd go to their Instagram. If they didn't answer me there, I'd like find them another way. So it took about 4 months from start to finish.
To complete this EP?
Yeah, and I had to go a week longer than I intended. I set a goal for myself, and that night I was up all night and the sun was coming up. And technically it was done. It just sounded like garbage. So I gave myself a little extra time to try again.
So you gave yourself some grace. I'm glad to hear.
Gave myself a little grace. But yeah, it felt good. It's not usual for me personally to sit down concentratedly on one project for that amount of time.
Right, yeah.
So like I was impressed with myself for sure.
But you know what? That's a testament to your tenacity and like your desire to complete this thing. And I think we're so, especially now, everything pulls us. Oops, sorry, dude. Everything pulls us here, pulls us there. And it's just like hard to like lock in on a concept and really finish it.
Yeah.
So, dude, congrats.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I think also, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I think also for me, I'm not going to tell you what age I am. It's none of your business, but
business.
I'm not as young as I was in the past. So there's also just an element of me of like, it's now or never. So let's just like do it, dude. Let's just get her done. Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was the process. And then, yeah, just listening to a lot of, I've never made pop music before, but I just wanted to try something that's just full on pop, man. Like, it's just, and so listening to a lot of pop music and realizing what it's actually comprised of. And a lot of pop music, listen to it. It's simple. Right?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
There's
1,
like, so yeah,
2, 3, 4.
I'm excited now. I have some new songs coming up, you know?
Yeah.
And it'll be exciting to go back, and the process should be a little bit more streamlined now that I struggled so intensely. But I went from a point where when I first started, I literally I would cry a lot. Like I couldn't figure out how to get the headphones to make sound. I couldn't figure out like, why is the whole track muted? Like what's going on? So
mixing isn't fun. I mean, like I said,
it's tedious, really tedious.
Yeah, that's how I feel about when I edit the show. It's gotten better.
Yeah.
I use this little computer. I've used this computer for the last 5 years.
Oh, dang.
And it does, like the other day, my brother was watching. He's like, you had a moment where you kind of cut it weird. You could have.
You're like, hey.
And I wasn't mad at him because I was like, I appreciate the feedback, right? But at the same time, I was like, oh, yeah, that's when my computer was freezing up and I couldn't actually play back what I was seeing. So I was just going based off of voice. Sorry. Now you guys know what goes into making this thing.
Well, I actually have a lot more empathy for film editors because I know they're not the same thing. But anything where you sit down and be tedious, like when you do, I can't fit my headphones over my ears. So
They're there.
Like when you edit your voice, one of the first things you do is you edit the vocals, which means taking out breaths, making consonants that are too harsh, softer, just like a million tiny things before you even get to the fun stuff. And I was like, wow. And then, the process was so much of doing things in the wrong order and then realizing like, wow, definitely have to redo everything I just did for the last 2 days.
Boy.
So.
Yeah, especially with like that process, because if you miss something, it's so easy for it to like break digitally.
Yes.
It's so bizarre.
Yes.
And it's like, wait, why can't I just unclick this? Like, no, you got to start.
Just for reasons, just because.
The whole thing.
Yeah. And then, so now I'm in the process of submitting it, and it's a good lesson in, having a thick skin because people have a lot of opinions about what I've made and they want to let me know. And I'm just like, dude, do you want to put it on your playlist or not? I don't need like notes on the production value because that's not what I came here for. Do you like it or not? So, but that's part of the game, right? And anything you do, I'm sure everyone in every field it's subject to critique. If you have a job where you never have to be critiqued, then tell me what it is and I'll investigate.
I think that's sleeping, like people that can take naps or watch movies or something. No, you're gonna get criticized in everything you do. We're all fickle that way.
Is there a job where I can get paid for sleeping? Because
I feel like there is.
Sleep studies, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, wait. This is totally off topic.
Tangent.
The tangent. But so I found this thing on TikTok. It was saying an odd job. There's a site where you can make money from selling your poop, like to hospitals or like research facilities.
Oh my gosh! Ask my boyfriend's in the room. Everyone knows this. The audience knows this. I think I talk about poop every other day or every other show. I'm like, hey, my heart's hurt. He broke up with me. Or, hey, I have a migraine. And my response is always going to be like, but did you try pooping yet?
Hey, a good poop can actually fix so much. Right. Especially like if you've got a bad hangover, like, have you pooped yet?
Have you pooped yet?
But anyway, so I don't know. Maybe in selling your poop, you don't get criticized for that.
Yeah, so. No, you will. It'll be like, this poop is a little stringy. Yeah, Anyway, we don't need to keep talking about poop.
Poop. Were we talking about music?
Poop or music. What was this episode about?
It's one of the other.
Right? Do you have, like, what's your musical background, right? Like, I love hearing that you've changed from one type of genre to another. You learned a whole new, like, process outside of just being musically inclined and making stuff and having the most gorgeous set of pipes. What, like, do you have parents that were into music? Like, what's your origin story?
Sounds like a villain origin story. My dad is a musician.
There it is. There it is.
My mom can definitely sing, but she's not a musician. And then when I was 11, I started taking voice lessons. Then I actually went to school for theater performance and vocal performance. So in college, I studied opera, which I was never into opera, but I feel like it's the fundamentals of singing, which is why I chose to do it. I feel like if you study jazz vocals, I think you get locked into being a jazz vocalist.
I see.
Or if you study musical theater, you get locked into being a musical theater singer. But opera gives you the baseboard to then go into any style. So yeah, I went to college for opera singing, and then while I was in college, I joined a blues band that I was with. I'm still kind of with them, but pandemic, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So I sing the blues, and yeah, I love to sing jazz. That's my number one favorite thing, and I hope to return to that. Like, I'm not saying I'm never going to sing jazz or blues again, but just for now, I'm trying out the pop game.
Yeah. And it's good. I think, don't get stuck to one type of genre. Yeah. Be transcendent. Right?
Transcendent. I love that word.
What do you do right now? What keeps you sane in this process? She laughs manically.
What do I do right now?
She goes,
That's like an amazing question that I wish I knew. What do I do? What do I do that I feel like talking about is the question. I mean, I have a day job that, whatever.
I mean, we all do.
But that's not what I do. What do I do?
Like, what brings you joy?
My cats bring me a lot of joy.
What are their names?
Aesop and Fable. Get it, like Aesop's Fables.
Oh,
yeah.
You're such a classy bitch.
Right.
And so you hang out with your kitty.
I hang out with my kitties. I hang out with my husband. I hang out with my friends. You know what I like to do? This is a horrible example today, but I actually love to give myself gel manicures, like dip manicures.
You do them yourself?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It was a pandemic habit.
Tangent. No, I know this was part of it. Dip powder, right? So I went to Memphis with my boyfriend and his family, and so his dad's girlfriend, because they were out doing golfing. So then we were all stuck, kind of like waiting around and bored. So we went out to get manis and petties, and so she's like, "Oh, do you want to do the dip thing?" And I was like, "Sure." Like all confused, and they're looking at me like, "You're a lady. How are you so confused?" And so they're doing it, and I'm like watching this process, and so essentially I'm like, I can't like pinch anything.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Everything is so round.
Which actually, if you're out there and you have any sort of skin picking, scratching disorder, which I may or may not have, it's kind of great because you can't do anything.
You can't. Every once in a while, TMI, because I get hormonal, I'll get like a chin hair. Yeah. And I'm like, I need to get it out. And I'm just like trying to pick at it with my bulbous nails, and it's not.
I'll never forget one time I got dip powder nails. I was so pissed because they were thick as all hell. They were like an inch thick and they popped out on the end. And the day after, they all popped off at one point. And I was like, honestly, seriously? I don't know where everyone else is at, but post-pandemic, I'm still not going out into the world as much as I used to. So you can find yourself in pajamas for days. And sometimes I'm like, no, you know what? Put on a face. Take pictures of myself. Put them on Instagram. Follow me at the Kelly Rogers.
Hey, and it's a plug.
Oh, it's a plug. Because that's where I put pictures of my face, which is vain. But also, if people don't want to see hundreds of pictures of my face, don't subscribe.
Right? You know what you signed up for.
You know what you signed up for.
Follow button.
There are no secrets here.
You know why you're following Talks and
It's
Sip.
me and music and cats. If you don't want those things, I'm not the page for you.
I love it. I'm here for it. Okay, so this is probably the cheesiest question I'm going to ask you. Musically, who inspires you?
Oh, it's not cheesy. It may not be reflected in my music at all, but my big musical inspirations vocally is Ella Fitzgerald is my number one.
Okay.
Ella Fitzgerald, listen to her if you like. She just had like an amazing imagination. She could make up so much stuff on the spot. She's connected to Marilyn Monroe loosely because I'm going to get the story a little jumbled. Basically, the white clubs wouldn't let Ella Fitzgerald sing. I want to say this was, what would this have to be, the late 50s, right?
This sounds right.
And Marilyn Monroe basically said, like, I will buy tickets to this club every night and be in the front row, but only if Ella sings.
I know this story. Yeah. Okay, it's coming back.
Ella just has this, like, joyful voice, and her imagination is just unmatched. She would make up stuff on the spot and do these long, like, 6-minute pieces where she's making it up as she goes.
I love it.
She's wild. Bob Dylan, songwritery, Wise is a big one for me. Nina Simone's She inspires me, but I wouldn't say any of her influence is actually in my music.
Okay. No, you can be inspired and not
but I
necessarily.
am inspired by her. Feist is a big one for me.
Okay.
And then, who did I listen to a lot of when I was trying to make, for some of the songs when I got stuck in doing this, I would kind of pull references from stuff. But I don't want to say what those references were.
That's okay. No worries.
I didn't steal anything, just to be clear. It's all original stuff, but...
No, and you know what? There's a lot, like, I know, who was it? What's his face? Oh my God, I'm blanking out. I can see his face.
What's his face look like?
He's a white guy.
Okay.
He's saying with, oh. Yeah, and I just want you to know that you are real special.
I have no idea what that is, but it's nice.
Okay, damn it. He's an ageless wonder. He's African American. He did a song with this guy, and then somebody's family sued them because their song was too close to
Robin Thicke?
There it is.
Oh,
there it is. There it is. Yeah. Dang. That was just, we went down the wormhole. I know.
Because Blurred Lines sounded just like that other song.
Yes. And so some people were arguing on the side of like, we all draw inspiration from somewhere. Mm. Maybe it'll sound really close, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's just, what is it, verbatim? Yeah. So... But then other people are like, nah, man, the whole thing is a ripoff. And so, I don't know. I feel like you can, obviously, like, don't grab the same track. I don't know.
Yeah, for me, it was definitely just, I was looking at songs when I would get stuck and just be like, why does this sound empty? I'd look at the other type of things that other pop producers were putting in their tracks. So it wasn't that I was borrowing bass lines. It was just like, what type? And then I'd be like, oh, it's just ambient noise. That reminds me, Olivia Rodrigo got into trouble because everyone said she stole her stuff from Paramore. And then I guess she actually changed her songwriting credits later to...
give them the credit?
Give Paramore and Taylor Swift credit.
Right.
And then it sparked an argument like, well, are you supposed to just like give credit to everyone who kind of inspired your music?
Right. Where's the line at?
Yeah, I don't think Taylor Swift ended up being owed any money because it wasn't like a direct ripoff. But yeah, where do you... Because it's especially pop music, like it's all going to sound the same at some point.
It really does, yeah.
There's only so many chord progressions and bass lines.
Right.
Or maybe I'm just not expanding my mind enough, you know.
What are your goals with this? Where do you want to go? Inspire us, baby.
My goal has always been it all goes back to when I was 7 and I saw the Phantom of the Opera and I was like, ooh, I'm going to do that. Meaning like I'm going to sing. That's what I'm going to do. My goal has been just to make a sustainable career of music. That's the baseline. I mean, you know,
obviously,
if I can be on the cover of Vogue and stuff, I'll take that too. But my main,
if I can be with Beyonce,
if I can be Beyonce, like I'll take it, whatever. Okay. But to make just a sustainable career where I don't have to do anything else other than art and creating, I don't want to have any more jobs, real jobs.
You want to be your own boss?
I want to be my own boss. That's always been my goal, to never have to do anything outside the sphere of art, music, and acting.
Hey, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
And, you know, I think you'll get there. I think you're literally doing it right now. So it's just one step at a time, one sweet melody at a time.
Yeah, man. One digitized note at a time. No, I want to keep writing also on the piano too. But
she goes like, what's an instrument? What's a hardwood instrument anymore?
Yeah. a guitar.
Amazing. Well, I know like in the city of LA, there's a lot of little venues too, because it's the whole concept of you have to talk about your business to have a business, right? And so in this case, like it's still the same thing here. And you know, there's places like El Cid, the Whiskey, different places where they'll let you rent out the room and you can do your own thing, and it's reasonably priced in certain places. So like maybe, I don't know, can the listeners eventually come see you somewhere? Is that something
definitely.
in the works?
It's in the works. That's definitely the next step. You know, the EP exists and there's going to be soon more music out. So yeah, if you're interested in what I'm doing, you can follow me predominantly on Instagram, The Kelly Rogers. TikTok, I mean, you really get updates there, but if you just want to look at stuff. But yeah, follow me on Instagram. You'll get updates there. That's where stuff is happening. And there will definitely be shows in the future.
Hell yeah.
No exact dates, but they're coming.
All right. So we're moving on to one of my favorite segments of the show, and it's a single game of Would You Rather. Before I tried to do like a lot, and no, that's not. So I always listen to your stories, and I, along with the research, I go, okay, what? And I always make these Would You Rathers just impossible. I'm fucking like when I write these, right?
You're just like an actual god.
Laughs and manic. Okay, so would you rather do it with Rebecca Black someday?
Okay.
About Saturday and Saturday, because she already did Friday, and Gwen Stefani already took Sunday morning, so you have to sing about Saturday.
All right.
Or would you rather be on tour with the Island Boys? Okay, I was like, how do I make this harder?
Okay.
Or than that?
I know my answer though.
Okay, what is it?
Oh, I'm duetting Rebecca Black Saturday. I'll tell you exactly why.
Tell me why. Dang, that was quick. That was quick.
We'll make a banger. 2, she's actually been doing some cool songs lately.
Has she?
Yeah, she didn't disappear. Well, she did disappear for a while, and then she came back, and she's doing like a whole alt indie vibe thing now.
Good for her.
I'm pretty sure, don't fault me on this, I'm about to offend anyone. I'm pretty sure she's like a lesbian now. She's out about that, and she's doing a bunch of cool alt songs. And Friday did really well. We're talking about Rebecca Black. 15, 12 years later, I don't remember. So I'm going to do Saturday with Rebecca Black, and people will talk about our horrible song, 50. Hey, I listened to Friday. I danced to that in college. Yeah. Oh no, I just revealed my age. Secret's out. Oh, elementary school or something that makes an age that makes sense.
You guys know. You know what? We're not even going to do that. We're not going to give glory to ageism, right?
Yeah,
you can be beautiful at any age, ladies.
I am.
Fuck that shit.
I am.
Look at her. She's fine as fuck.
Yeah, but no, Rebecca Black Saturday, that song's going to be a banger.
All right. Okay. Just for funsies. Let's think about this one together. We're just making a song.
It'd be like more of a spoke. It'd be like, where they're just kind of like tossing like Saturday and the club is popping, walking in and the jaws are dropping. People stare when they see my face. Big butt with a little waist.
Get in here. That's dope as fuck.
Yeah, that's a music degree right there.
Saturday. It's coming out eventually.
Rebecca, if you're listening to this,
I'm ready. Come.
We'll give you some royalties because, you created this union.
Woo! And now, finally, guys, your favorite part of the show. It's called Sips of Judgment.
Oh, who are we judging?
Right. Okay, so I like my show because I do this all the time.
I like my show, period.
But yes, sexy people, you listening in your car or on the toilet or at the gym, whatever. We are all fickle, like I said, and we're all silly. And, we've all tripped over our own shoelaces before. So, we've laughed at each other. We've laughed at ourselves. And, life's a party. So basically.
So let's judge some bitches. No, I don't know where this is going, but.
Okay, so there's 3 sections to Sips of Judgment.
Okay.
There is sipping profusely, so you're like Kermit the Frog, like, fuck, that's fucked up. There's also gulping exaggeratedly. Don't be gross. And there's also metaphorically spitting out your drink. Okay. Please don't spit it. There's a lot of electronics here.
Yeah, I love lip sync fails. I've honestly watched so many compilations.
You're gonna be like, I've seen that one. I've seen
probably
that one.
Have. It's like a fetish almost. I don't know why I love it. I love fraud and Scheude.
Sorry, I was like, what's happening? What language did you use? I'm just kidding. Okay.
Not Schadenfreude.
There it is.
So I'm speaking no language was the answer.
I'm making it up as I go. Okay, so
I'm ready to judge.
Here we go. This is the first one. What's happening here?
Roughly 20 seconds or so, the singing continues without even so much as a blip from Goulding. It then abruptly cuts out and it starts again.
So they cut it off. And this is in Australia or something?
I actually haven't seen this one, but it's like making me physically uncomfortable.
She's on cue, but she seemingly misses key points during her performance.
Got the drinking options. I'm just cringing instead.
Okay, so what would that be? Just like a sip profusely or a She's Kermit the Frogging. Oh no, that's a gulp. She gave us a gulp, you guys.
I feel like, okay, I don't know the details, but I'm giving her benefit of the doubt that something was wrong with her earpiece or the sound or something. Because
I mean, it went on for like 20 seconds, and then they were like, "Oh, cut that shit off, and it's in a stadium.
Ugh. What a horrible feeling that must be. I mean, I've never been on a stage that big, but standing there knowing it's all going to hell, just being like, okay, all right.
I'm just going to walk real slowly.
Yep, here we are. Live here now.
All right, here's another one. Okay.
The same song.
Just like, look at her mouth.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Initially, Perry can be seen
Watch
with
this.
her mic on her side as her voice is clearly audible. Then, out of nowhere, the performance is cut off by the host,
He's like,
who asks her to start again.
If you don't mind, we can restart. What do you think? With another energy, because we had a little problem with the sound. I didn't understand it.
When she returns,
Oh.
he said, if you don't mind, can we? Hey, no. Kelly, it's been great. We got to redo this whole show again.
Yeah, we're just gonna. If the host cuts you off midway, like we can't even continue with this.
I'm gonna stop you right there. I'm gonna Kanye you. She goes.
And then you got to start it again, knowing that whatever just happened sucked. So you're like, okay, cool. Go round 2 of this, baby.
Oof. Okay.
So good the first time. Let's keep this part going.
Oh my God. Okay. So then there's this next one. Wow. I only picked specific ones because they were just rough. And I was like, they make me so happy. Okay. Here we go.
during a 2013 Jingle Ball show in Los Angeles.
Just to flip your face for your hair to
That's
cover
what they
your
said.
What? I'm also wondering, okay, so I've never had the chance to perform in this type of environment where the sound is like so crazy, you've got your in-ear, whatever. Mm-hmm. But here's my question. So once you've sung the first line, you know the next one's coming, right?
Right.
Like, even if your sound's off, like, you know the song, don't you?
Just go for it, bro. Just keep going. like unless you hear nothing, absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Something's happening. Keep going.
She's not singing anyway, so you just keep lip syncing, right?
That's fair. We're almost
That's
done.
it sounds like an actual nightmare, like the nightmare you have where you go back to school and you
and
should have been in
naked?
school, and you're naked and you have finals coming up and you're like, where's the classroom? That's the real life version of that. Like, where are my singers? What song is this? What are the words? Like, when do I come in? Like,
Who am I?
Who am
Where
I? Why am I?
Why am I? She gets upset, and it's I just love this part right here.
An unexpected F-bomb into her mic, which was still live to the crowd.
What the fuck?
Here's what I want to know for things like that too. Okay, so not to shade Selena Gomez, I don't know to what level she's like a musician. I don't know. Maybe she's really like knows what's going on around her. Mm-hmm. I wonder if really it was just her that messed up, and then she went on a tirade backstage, like chewing out the crew and the band and stuff, where they're like, dude, I don't know.
Hope
like
not.
We played the song, everything's fine, you just don't know the music. But I don't know, I'm not coming for Selena. You know, maybe someone really messed up.
Awesome. She's awesome, but she just
actually, speaking of music production, a lot of her stuff is cool because I think, like, she's no power belt or anything, but I think her team does a great job of producing music that's so well suited for her, and I love a lot of her music. So she was one of my influences that I was trying to reach that I didn't, she has certain things that I really loved that I couldn't figure out how to do. So for the next tracks in the future, hopefully I can, just a little out of my school range for this go round.
You just reminded me right now, there was this picture, and I think it's is it Aaliyah or Mia? One of them, it's a picture of them, and it looks like they're belting. It looks Adele style. It's like straight on the veins, just like the whole thing. And someone's at the bottom captions like, what song are you singing that requires that kind of energy, girl? Who you playing?
Oh my
Why
God, that's so true.
Oh, I was dying. It was so good. Okay. This is our last one.
Oh, infamous.
I can't do lip sync battles with you and not do this one. Like, that's crazy.
This is like the infamous.
The one. Oh, all right. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Oh my goodness.
Always ready for this.
Okay.
I remember watching this live as it happened.
Shut up.
Yeah, and just being like,
what?
Come again?
Huh? Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ashley Simpson.
This is like a.
Yeah, this is a,
From
metaphorical.
It's a show that lives by the seat of its pants.
I just want to know what happened. How did this happen?
The now infamous Ashley Simpson incident.
And I love this song.
This is a good song. My sister loved this album. I heard it a lot.
The aforementioned singer was caught red-handed when a backing track started playing the wrong song during their second performance. It then became clear she's
just like hoeing down.
When things mess up this badly, I wonder if someone had it out for her. I mean, I know mistakes happen, and especially for a live show, things are probably getting put together really quickly and not as like tied together as people may think. I'm assuming, but like, did someone mean to just give her the wrong thing? Because she performs 2 songs,
2 whole songs. There's not a lot of them. Yeah.
Just play the right song.
This goes back to like, I can see both sides of it, right? Like on one end, I remember when I was doing a lot less podcasting, a lot more singing, whatever. And I used to write songs. And there was some songs that because you practice them and you write them for so long, like they're embedded into your brain, right? Into your psyche. But like, you're right. This was 2 songs. So the moment you heard the song, why don't you know your song?
Well, I'm thinking more just like even the band is playing the wrong song. Like everyone was ready for a different song.
Like,
it's like, And the great thing, we stopped the clip, but she leaves the stage and the band just keeps standing there like,
yeah, she does. She's just like, well, fuck this, I'm out.
And then imagine being in the audience for that as like, SNL just being like.
Well, it's like, is this a bit? Is this a bit?
Yeah, like, I mean, I wonder if her mic was even on is the thing.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know either. Because, oftentimes singers will sing, but they also have a backing track going too. I don't know if she intended to not sing at all.
But it also reminds me a little bit of when Britney had to do, did you ever see the lip sync fail from Britney Spears? When she has a few, I think.
Yeah.
But at the end,
I'm a huge Britney fan. I love Britney, so I'm not coming for Britney.
We're not coming for anyone, guys. We're all, again,
unless we are, we'll let you know.
This can happen to anyone, everywhere. Like this happens at karaoke. Come on now. But everyone's like, okay, because she's singing, right? She's singing. This is a real mic. I'm over here grabbing my drink, and then she's like. Baby, baby, baby,
oh no.
Baby, like, what is happening, dude?
Poor Brit.
Oh, poor Brit. Oh, it's okay. You know what, though? She is married, and she is thriving.
She's thriving. She's dancing on Instagram every day. She's getting naked when she feels like it. She's living her best version of life.
That's true.
Yeah.
So, it's fine. And she has money. It's cool.
Yeah.
Whatever. She did what we all wanted.
She's got pets. She's got money. She's got a husband. She's naked. She's doing it right.
Oh my God, that all sounds so beautiful. Goals.
Hashtag 2023, here we come.
All right, how many tangents do you think we went on today? I don't know.
I don't think too many. We did pretty well. I'm going to say 6.
Okay. Well, you guys at home listening from the toilet, the car, or the gym, or, whatever, like, let us know how many tangents we did today.
I think it was 6. The one I know, we definitely talked about poop, so.
There was poop.
That feels correct.
Okay. So back in the day, in the old version of the show, I always had a final question for the listeners. For you, the listeners. Yes, you. And I retired, and it's my favorite thing now to tell you guys to give them a final question. So basically, what is something that you want more people to talk and sip about? And, it doesn't have to be something like prolific or like anything crazy like that. It could be like, why don't they fix the potholes on Sepulveda? Or I wish the trash at the beach wasn't so intense. Or why is it so hard to find sriracha these days?
Okay.
Whatever you want. What do you want more people to talk and sip about?
I want more people to talk and sip about. I don't know how to phrase this. If you could do one thing that's against your morals for money, what would it be?
OnlyFans.
Quick answer. I say this because I don't know if I should say why I say this.
No, just go for it. Go for it.
I talked to someone, really doesn't matter who, about urinating on people for money. Which
that's some R. Kelly
It wasn't me.
shit
I didn't
right
do
there.
it. But again, I have nothing against other people doing it. It's just not something that I would do.
Well, wasn't there like a girl too? Wasn't there some girl who was making bank off of her farts? And then for real,
putting them in like jars.
Yeah. And then she ended up getting sick or something. Isn't that wild?
How did she get? Wait, what? Why did she get sick?
I don't know the details.
Sick because of the farts, or just like she sold farts and she got sick? Like,
maybe her dietary. I don't know. Or maybe she, when like that lady, God. There was this model, Brazilian model, who ended up. I'm sorry, just making me laugh. Who went to the hospital because she was too afraid to fart around her boyfriend. So she was clenching her butt cheeks way too much and keeping them in there.
She's got to learn how to eke them out silently. I remember there was this YouTuber years ago who was selling her dirty bath water.
Oh no!
And yeah, she made a ton of money, but I think she got in trouble. It was like some sort of
I feel like
hazard
HIPAA.
violation. Yeah, you can't just be
something.
Anyway, so that's what I want you to think about. And then adding on to that for your whole like fleshed out thesis, what would be the amount of money that would convince you to do the amoral thing?
Ooh.
How much are your morals worth, I guess is the question I'm asking.
What's the price tag on your morals?
What's the price tag of your morality? That's what I'd like to leave with the viewers on your podcast.
I love that. Okay, I love that. Thank you so much for coming to the show.
Thank you for having me. It was a blast. I've never been on a podcast.
What do you think? Do you want to do these more often?
Absolutely.
I'm on the hunt right now for recurring guests.
Oh my gosh, that's me.
And so basically, because I have a new guest in every week and it's just like vibes and stuff, usually the listener is like, I like this person, I like that. So we do polls and stuff on social media.
Well, people, when she puts out a poll, you tell her that you like me, all right? Or I'm going to find you specifically and I'm going to be, I don't know what I'll do yet, but that's what's scary. You don't know what the threat is yet.
You don't know.
Yeah, you don't know yet.
Send you my jarred farts.
Yeah, the fear of not knowing is the worst. So I'm just thinking, give me a thumbs up.
All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up real quick. Yes, thank you. What a queen. Okay. So, you guys, thank you so much to Sent to Destroy Studios with Chris Bonifay, which is why I'm allowed to even have this space. Thank you, Chris. And creative producer Joshua Taylor, my boo. He helps me hang up all this stuff every time. He's so sweet and goes, babe, that gag was trash. That was not funny. I'm sorry. I'm trying. Extra equipment. The reason you can see this beautiful girl here is from Ted Lee Jones. Thanks for the second camera, my guy. And the visual graphics that you see on social media, Eric Ayala, thank you so much. And of course, you, Kelly Rogers, my guest, for being my guest. I really appreciate you.
Yeah, it was a ton of fun.
I hope you guys go out and check out Penthouse because this bitch made it from A to Z with those hands and that mouth and those, vocal cords. So make sure you download her track. And last but not least, guys, thank you, listeners, for tuning in every single week. Make sure to catch the weekly Patreon for only $5 a month. Yep, that's where my morals go. It's a quick cup of coffee or a quarter the cost of avocado toast. And each week episode, we talk to our guests and we get to, talk to you guys about your guest experience. But with the Patreon, we get to go behind the scenes and see part of your world. And what better way to see how she does it than to film her process?
Oh, yeah, fun.
Fuck yeah. Woo! Okay, so make sure you tune into the Patreon so you can see Kelly Rogers do what she does best, which is sing. Wait, you should say that.
Do you want me to sing?
Yeah.
Like an actual song or just like a little thing?
Oh, do a little thing, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to sing a quick jazz song. I know we're trying to wrap up. So
do it!
Do a press song. I'm a jazz girl, so this is stormy weather. Don't know why there's no sun up in the sky. Stormy weather since my man and I ain't together. Keeps raining all the time. When he went away, the blues came and met me. If he goes away, old rockin' chair's gonna get me. All I do is pray the Lord above's gonna let me walk in the sun once more. Can't go on, all I had in life is gone. Stormy weather.
Oh my gosh, yes! Oh, I was like, how am I not getting behind the scenes of this? What are we doing? That was wonderful.
Good. I'm not sure how close to be to this mic to sing.
That was beautiful. I have to usually throw a reverb on my voice, but girl, you are the reverb on my voice. Hey! All right, guys, make sure to follow Kelly at
The Kelly Rogers.
for more sweet things like the one you just heard. And don't forget to follow the pod at Talks and Sips and myself at Jayfoxx with 2 X's and 2 underscores. Feel free to write into talksandsipsgmail.com if there's any facts that you were like, oh, well, that was a lie. Or, any cool little facts that you think, hey, I heard this. Did you know this too? Or if you just want to talk shit and be like, this bitch, I'll take it all at talksandsipsgmail.com. I'd love to hear from you. And also, hit up the podcast Instagram for merch. We have hats. Buy the hats. It's summertime, and not only does your skin burn, but your scalp burns too.
You gotta avoid wrinkles too.
All of that. So cover it up with the Talks and Sips hat. Okay. And last but not least, make sure to check out for more information. You want to hear more, you want to see more, you want to just all consolidate it in one place and not deal with social media, go to talksansips.com. I have been Jayfoxx. I am Jayfoxx, and you are?
Kelly Rogers.
Just in case you didn't hear it, in the song, at the intro, in the middle, and the end. But anyways, we'll see you guys later. All right.
Bye.
Toodles.